Hi, I'm Keisha from 3D Pop-Up Shop, and I'm here with a special guest, Tiesha from Jacx Carter Designs. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
So, your company has a unique name, and can we start off with what was the idea behind the name?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have two children, Xavier, Julian, and then Chloe Ann. And so I took the initials of their first and middle names and mixed them all up and came up with the word Jax. And so for me, it was more of a way to include my children and what I was doing.
That is a very unique name, and I'm glad that you shared that with us. Now, what is Jacx Carter Designs? What do you do? What do you produce? And how did you get started?
Yep. So Jacx Carter Designs is a handmade jewelry business. So we make earrings, necklaces, and bracelets. We're actually about to start phasing out necklaces. And so we're going to start focusing on earrings and bracelets. But basically, how I got started with the business, it actually started off as a hobby. I was dealing with some mental health issues a little bit after, I want to say when COVID started, and it became basically a hobby for me as a way to kind of calm like the anxiety and the worry and stuff that I was going through. And so I would just go off, play with beads. And that's just kind of how it got started. So I started off with an Etsy shop in 2021 after one of my girlfriends went to go buy something she thought she was buying from me and she was buying from someone else. That was a red flag for me that I needed to get off of Etsy. So that's when May of 2022 I actually officially established my own brand and my own website. Everything that you find in my shop has been made by me. So I'm a solopreneur as well as a mompreneur. I
Okay.
do the creative work. I do the designing. I actually make all of the pieces that you see. I'm the marketer. I'm the web editor, so on and so forth. So that's essentially the journey behind the business. I'm actually a engineer in my day job.
Okay.
So I say I'm an engineer by day and a creative by night. I've always had a passion for the creative art. So I've painted, I've done photography, I've been that DIY person that will put things together, do collages, do paper projects. So I've
Mhm.
always had a passion for creating. And then I went on Michael's website, the craft store.
Mhm.
They were doing online classes during the pandemic and just stumbled across some Michael's classes that had to do with different techniques of jewelry making. And that is really kind of what started things off. When I started doing the jewelry making, like it clicked for me. It was something that I was able to pick up easily. It was something that essentially connected my passions for the photography, painting,
Mhm.
all in one place.
Okay, so you mentioned that you do earrings and bracelets and necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is? Okay, so which one did you start out with first and why?
I started out with earrings first because earrings are actually a little bit easier to put together. Earrings, they're kind of a one size fit all, so you don't have to worry about sizing. Necklaces and bracelets kind of get tricky because you have to get into sizing, and so you have to know your material measurements and stuff like that to be able to make a bracelet that would be able to fit most people.
Okay. And would you did you ever venture into rings or ankle bracelets?
So I actually did have a couple of ankle bracelets last year for the summertime. If you're able to do a bracelet for your arm, just to do an anklet is a matter of adding a couple of inches to what you're already working on to be able to fit around the ankle. I actually just started venturing into rings maybe about a month ago. So I don't have
Oh,
any of those on the website because I'm just kind of playing around with it. My mom is my guinea pig. So she has one of the rings that I've created, and so far she's got a lot of compliments on it. So it's something that I'm looking into. Again, that's another thing where you have to kind of worry about sizing and
Yeah.
getting the sizing right, since not everybody has the same size ring finger.
Same thing with the sizing for the ankles. I mean, we have like slim ankles and fat ankles. I
Yeah,
get it. I
yeah,
definitely get it.
yeah. So those things are a little more difficult. So usually when I do bracelets, I'll do either stretch bracelets or wrap bracelets, which are essentially one size fit all type of bracelet.
Are your products primarily for adults, or is it along the lines from young children to adults as well?
No, so my primary customer are females, really between like the ages of 30 and I would say 70. And most of my customers have been African American women.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's just we like to play with textures, we like to play with colors, we like kind
Yeah.
of those one of a kind, unique things. And so I think that's kind of why we gravitate to some of the things that I'm able to create. But one of the things that I have been looking at is maybe getting into at least bracelets for men, because I've had
Oh,
requests from men in my family. I've had requests from husbands who have bought things for their wives, to
nice.
let them know, hey, whenever you get a men's collection, let us know. So that's something that I'm looking into as of late, to be able to start offering a couple of bracelet styles for men as well.
Yes, and you can have your husband as a guinea pig.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Like, give me your wrist.
Yes, exactly. To be able to do the sizing, yeah. Yeah, and my father as
Yes.
well, because I've made things for my father as Christmas gifts and Father's Day gifts. I don't do things for children, but like when my son
Okay.
or my daughter see me make things, it's them. So I'll make little things for them. So I've made a bracelet and a necklace for my son and for my
Hmm.
daughter, but my focus is adult consumers.
Yes. Okay. Now, where do you draw upon your designs? Where do you get your creativity from? Like, where do you get inspiration from to create the designs that you create?
Definitely from art. So I'm really big on abstract art.
Mhm.
And so that gives me a lot of my color inspiration. I also do like a lot of different workshops for jewelry designers. And so I do get ideas from other designers as well, like some of the folks that sponsor or run the workshops. But even if I get inspiration from someone else, I do make it my own. So you won't see anything that I've just flat out copied from someone else. But definitely art is my big one of my biggest inspirations is art, because I'm a color person.
Okay.
Um, I love to work with different types of materials and different textures. So definitely artwork and those types of mediums are my inspiration.
Nice. Now, would you consider your your designs, are they, do they all fall under one umbrella as far as looks go,
No,
aesthetics go? Okay. Are
no.
they different range?
Yes, there is a range.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you're looking for some plain gold hoops or some plain gold studs, my brand is not for you. We
Okay.
don't have the
Okay.
traditional, simple gold pieces, simple silver pieces, simple black pieces. No, we have things that are made out of brass, that are embellished with beads. The earrings that I have on now, they're actually
Mhm.
made out of a material called silver silk, which is a
Nice.
ball chain with a knitted wire over top of it. And I have embellished with some glass beads. I have pieces that
Nice.
have been strung with handmade clay beads that I've made myself. Um,
Okay.
I've had painted wood painted earrings. So if you're looking for the traditional earring, necklace, bracelet, something simple, our brand is not for you. We're for the individuals who like to kind of be out of the box a little bit, looking for something eclectic, looking for something whimsical, looking for something colorful.
Yes.
That's not looking for that traditional everyday kind of piece that can go with any and everything.
Don't worry, you can say it. You're not boring. So don't come over here looking for boring. You don't sell to boring, okay?
Yep, yeah, we're not for the plain Janes.
But
Yeah.
once you are very, very comfortable about what you offer and what you can deliver. It is really like a beautiful sight to behold.
You're first starting out and you want to make those sales, I definitely can agree is that you kind of try to please everybody. I know I used to be a someone would ask, "Oh, well, do you have this or do you have that?" And I can say, "Well, I can make it." And then I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to stop saying that because sometimes what people are asking to make is not really my aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of stepping out of my box and out of my comfort zone and out of my brand aesthetic just to make a sale. And my advice to anybody is don't go outside of yourself and outside of your aesthetic and outside of your brand to get the sale. People will come to you who are your ideal customer, and just keep doing what you're doing and being you.
Nice. People want to know where they can find you and how they can order from you.
So I am a strictly online business right now. So all of my products are available on my website at www.jacx, Jacx, designs.com. And then you also can shop directly from Instagram as well, Instagram shop. And you can follow me on Instagram with the handle at Jacx Carter Designs, and Jacx is Jacx. I ship all over the US. I do offer international shipping as well. I ship all the packages myself because I make them myself. And so I ship them myself. And I do my best to get things out within 1 to 3 business days if someone does place an order. So I do quick shipping. Also, one
Mhm.
thing to note about the items in my shop. So because they are handmade, my brand does a lot of one of a kind or
Mhm.
very small batch pieces. So if you see something you like when you come to the shop, it's recommended to grab it because once it's gone, most likely it is gone. I have a few pieces where I might have 2 or 3 of the same thing, but for the majority of pieces, it's the one and only. And a lot of things I can't always make again.
Nice.
Honestly, I think people like to have the one and only sometimes. And
Yeah.
so I want to kind of stay a one of a kind small batch business.